Hi guys, it's Monday again. Making Food Mondays back. Today, I'm breaking the rules, guys. See, here's something you don't know about me. I don't like to read the rules of diets because I don't like to diet. So I was told about the Whole30 diet and I just kind of went with it like, yeah, I can totally do whole foods, fruits, vegetables, meats, got it, I can do that. But I didn't read the fine print. So I've been doing things a little bit wrong and today apparently is going to be no exception. Okay, so after today I promised to do a better job following the rules, but I had already done my shopping, so today I'm cheating. Not very much, but a little. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. It is a chuck roast that I'm going to put mushrooms, onions, and seasonings on, and we'll see how this comes out. So what I have today is a boneless chuck roast. It's 2 pounds. Looks nice. I've got a nice big onion, I've got some mushrooms, and I've got a Black Butte Porter. Now I think beer is gross. I don't drink beer, I don't like beer, I don't even usually have beer in the house. But for this particular recipe, it called for a dark beer. So I went ahead and went with the Black Butte Porter. It says it's a nice, dark, rich flavor. It says it's got some notes of chocolate and coffee. And I don't know anything about beer. I just know that that one's dark, so I'm going with it. So those are my ingredients along with a garlic spread. This one I wasn't going to do, but at the last minute decided to do anyways because it does have Parmesan cheese in it, and I happen to know that Parmesan cheese is against the rules. So this has milk and cheese in it. So if you are a Whole30 follower, this is off limits, and so is the alcohol. Even though we are cooking it down and there won't be any left, that's specifically against the rules, and I read that yesterday after I did my shopping. So we're making it anyways. Don't worry if you don't know this about alcohol. When you cook alcohol, all of the alcohol cooks out. You won't actually be consuming any if that bothers you. Yeah, so this recipe ought to be delicious. Today I'm going to get started by taking some olive oil, putting it in the bottom of my pot here, because I'm going to sear off my roast. So I am going to push that sear roast button and hit start. Just put that big guy right in there. Flop. Hey, I didn't drop the little liner thingy. I was sure that was going in there. Okay, now we're going to let that sear for a moment, and while that's searing, I'm going to get my mushrooms and my onion cut up so they can go in as well. Okay, I'm going to do mushrooms first. This is a 8-ounce package of white mushrooms. I'm just going to slice them all up and get them ready to go in here. Sorry guys, dropped you on your face. Get these mushrooms sliced. Okay, there's my, oh, what a big piece. There we go. There's my mushrooms. I'm going to turn my roast over. If I can get a hold of it here. Turn over, you. Oh. There we go. Over the boy. There we go. Now I'm just going to get this onion cut pretty quickly here. Just cut off the top. Peel it down. Cut across the top, but not all the way down to the hairy guy on the bottom. This little thing on the bottom, I have no culinary skills, but I've found that as long as you don't cut the little hairy guy on the bottom off, you'll be left with an onion that holds together. So it makes it easier to cut. So if you don't know that, there you go. Little tip from me to you. And then just slice it off. There you go, one chopped onion. Pretty easy. Okay guys, I've pulled my roast out. Now I'm gonna throw my onions and my mushrooms in for just a minute and let them sear off. Okay, now I'll get my mushrooms in there with my onions. There you go, guys. Whoop. Oops, there I go dropping stuff again. There we go. And then we'll get the beer and the seasoning on there and we'll get it started. This is the step that I was going to leave out, you guys, but I'm not going to because I discovered that I'm cheating anyway. So I'm going to put this on here to add more flavor. So this is Johnny's seasoning. It has all that yummy stuff in it that I showed you a little while ago. I'm just gonna put some of that on there, kind of massage it in a little bit, let it be on the outside of my roast. There we go. Now remember, we've already seared this roast, so this smells really good, by the way. And now I have to wash my hands. I've got my mushrooms and onions caramelized, cooked down a little bit. They've got a little brown on them. Now I'm gonna put that beer in the bottom. I'm gonna probably use about half of the bottle, but I'll show you that here in a second. Now I gotta figure out how to open it. Can opener. There we go. Gotcha. All right. Let's see. There's my liquid for today, guys. That is almost a full bottle. Let me see if I can show you how much is left in there. It's almost the full bottle. There's just a little bit left in the bottom. Okay, now I'm gonna take this roast that smells freaking amazing with that seasoning on it. I hope I've used enough. I don't want it to be too salty, so I'm not gonna put any more on. Maybe we'll put some on after it cooks if it still needs it. But I'm just gonna put this guy right down inside of my mixture here. Slide off, my friend. There we go. In you go. Have a good trip. See you in about 15 minutes. Okay guys, I've turned off that sear function. I've got my roast inside. I'm gonna close it down. Make sure that I get all of that air out of there because it's hot. It's gonna be harder to do. Make sure it sings to me. And then I will, see, I'm gonna do the chicken function. I'm gonna bring that down to 15 minutes. I always forget to push that button. 15 minutes, and then go ahead and start building the pressure on that. I'm really excited to try this recipe today. I don't really necessarily, I don't like beer. Beer's gross. I don't drink beer. I don't like beer. Beer's nasty. And I don't like mushrooms generally. Just think they're kind of gross. But this particular recipe just sounded really good for some reason, and I'm super excited to see if it turns out as good as it's supposed to. Now there's one more thing in this recipe that I think I'm gonna have to do when it's finished. That is breaking the rules for my Whole30 diet. Because I didn't know that it was against the rules until last night when I actually read the fine print. Again, so I'm breaking the rules. It's cornstarch. I'm gonna use some cornstarch and water to thicken that gravy so that it can go on top of the steak when it's done, or the roast. I always call it steak. The roast when it's done. I don't know if I'm gonna have to thicken it. We'll just see how it comes out, but I'm guessing that it's going to need to be thickened, and I guess I'm gonna cheat and use cornstarch for that because I don't know any other way to thicken it. If anybody else knows a way to thicken a gravy without using cornstarch, please tell me, because I would love to know that. Okay, now we wait. So my pot just sealed, and all of that steam that it was letting out, you know how it gives that burst of flavor out into the air? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now we are off to soccer practice. This guy's gonna be on hold until we get back. He'll just flip over to keep warm, and I'm not worried about it at all. When we get back, the pressure will be released, and it'll be dinner time.
It did it!
You did it!
You're
Climbing.
Mama did it!
You did.
We're not coming over right there.
Okay. You going off now?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get in there. You ready?
Ready? I'm super dark.
You ready for this? Ready?
Ready?
Ready? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, where's your kids?
You?
Baby. Hey, where's your kids?
Right there.
Let's go see.
Mama,
Look, the kids are over there. Look. Look, kids are playing soccer.
Last one, Mama.
Okay, last one, go.
Okay. We're not falling.
Who's not falling? Good boy. Okay guys, we just walked in from soccer practice. My pot is still on. It's on keep warm, but the pressure has let off, so we're good to go to open it and see who came for dinner. Let's see. Mmm. Something yummy came for dinner. Looks like beef. It's not a chicken this time. It's crazy. Okay, I've just taken my roast out and plopped it on that plate over there. Now I'm gonna turn this on to sear roast again. Get that boiling and turn it into a gravy instead of just a watery kind of mess in there. There's onions and mushrooms and yumminess in there, and I'm gonna turn that into a nice gravy. Okay, so what I've got here is just cornstarch and water. I'm gonna throw that in there, bring my mixture to a boil, and thicken up my juice and turn it into a gravy. As soon as that comes to a boil, it should thicken up quite a bit, and it should be a quite tasty, man, this smells good. Should be a quite tasty gravy for this beef. As you can see, that's considerably thicker. Not super thick yet, but I'm not sure it's going to get super thick. And it is officially boiling. So that's as thick as we're gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off and get this served up. Okay, now I've just plated it with some potatoes that I put some olive oil and seasoned salt on. Pop those in the oven while we're gone. And now I've got my dishes all served up, and all I need now are my guinea pigs to try it.
Hello, I'm an office worker.
An office worker? That's a heck of a guinea pig.
The ultimate guinea pig! The ultimate guinea pig!
These guys aren't oinking or anything today. Oh, there they go.
The ultimate guinea pig!
Is that one gonna oink today? Alright, who's trying it first?
Me!
Okay, Nano, you go first. You said before it even reached your mouth. Is it good? Mia's turn.
Yay!
Try the meat first, okay? That's applesauce. You try the meat. Is it good? Do I need to cut that smaller for you? Okay, Dad, your turn.
So with my favorite mushrooms. Mira, canife.
I didn't give you a cutting device. Oh man. Okay, what about thumbs? How many thumbs do we get? 10 and 75 billion. Nice. I would ask you, but you're still chewing, huh?
Tell me now.
Tell me now. Okay, Dad.
It smells so good.
It has a very, very nice aroma. Is it good? How many thumbs you give it, Dad?
Like 10.
Nice.
That's good. Maybe a tad more salt, but that's it.
Oh yeah, grab the salt. Daddy's gonna put a little bit more seasoning on his. You think it needs just a little bit more?
Just a little bit.
Is there something wrong with your arm?
Salt Bay right here.
Okay. Keep your day job, man. So what did we think? Was dinner edible?
Yes.
Should we make it again sometime?
Yes.
You guys didn't hesitate. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Are you just being dramatic for the camera?
No.
Was it tasty?
Yeah.
Did you eat everything on your plates?
Yeah.
Oh, well good. Then it must have been good.
Yay. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and it's just strong share. Free. And now, good night, you two. See you tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now.